Welcome to another episode of That's Right. I'm your host, Chris Voss. And today we have Shaun Capps, the CEO and founder of Shaun Capps Injury Law. Welcome, Shaun.
Good to see you again, Chris. It's an honor to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, my pleasure. Happy to have you here today.
Yes, sir.
So, is it a ridiculous idea if you share with our viewers a little bit about your business and your journey?
Well, it's not ridiculous. It's just not a straight path to get to where I have been, but it's been a long time coming. A lot of people look and see what is going on and think of an overnight success, but it wasn't a straight path, but it's been a long time to get to where we are now. I come from humble beginnings in a rural small town in South Carolina where hard work and commitment still matter, where your word still matters. And those things have been with me this whole time. And so I'm just committed to helping clients and helping them in really catastrophic times. And I get joy from doing that.
What are some common challenges your clients face?
Common challenges that my clients face are absolutely catastrophic injuries. A lot of times are injured due to no fault of their own, and they are facing monumental things in their life. I had an old professor that used to say if someone walks into an attorney's office, that is the biggest thing in their life at that time. And I found that to be true. When someone needs an advocate, when they need an attorney, it's really big what is going on, and their day-to-day is upturned. There's a lot of things that need to be addressed legally. And so the challenges that they face are they have monumental medical bills. They don't know how they're going to get paid. They're missing time from work. They have lost wages. They don't know how they're going to make ends meet. And then they're recovering from severe injuries. And that alone in itself, it just really changes your day-to-day aspect and how you ambulate and how you traverse in the world. So those are the challenges that they face. And I'm thankful that they come to me and they don't have to go through it alone, and I can help them navigate that process.
What strategies do you use to understand your clients' needs better?
Well, you might know a little bit about it, empathy. That's the number one thing. If I try to really make it a priority to not see clients as policy numbers, but people. And that's a cheesy way to say it, but that's true. It's really easy to evaluate a case and to look at all the metrics and numbers and say, this is what it's worth. This is what it'll be worth in this venue and that venue. But I think it's very important to look at the person and see that they are a human being. They are flesh and blood. This is something that has changed their life dramatically. And so listening to the client, hearing what is going on in their day-to-day, and actually taking those notes, listening to what they say and how they were not able to go to the grandkids' party because they were at a treatment or anything like that might seem menial to some, but that is a huge thing in that client's life. So the strategy that I use is to simply listen and to have empathy for what they're going through. It's a lot easier for me to represent and advocate for that person if I put myself in their shoes.
Are you against sharing a time when you navigated a difficult situation for one of your clients using empathy?
No, absolutely not against it. There's a lot of war stories. There's a lot of cases, a lot of situations that have absolutely come from listening to the case. One case I remember in particular, I was at our headquarters in Birmingham, Alabama. We had 7 locations at the time, and I was at a different location. So kind of went to the nucleus, to the hub, and I was walking out of the office, and a lady who's a liaison for us, she stopped me and she said, "Will you please listen to this kid's case?" And I didn't know what was going on, but at the time he had been turned down by 5 law firms. He had talked to 2 attorneys, even in our building. And everybody just said, I just don't think there's a recovery. I don't think there's anything we can do to help you. So I simply listened to his case, and he was desperate and he needed somebody to believe in his case. I listened to the facts, and it was an uphill climb, and I wasn't sure if I could be successful in a recovery, but I had enough audacity to try. And we did try, and we ended up selling the case for about 10 times what anybody thought it was worth. And that kid walked away with a life-changing situation, all because I took a chance and listened, and it worked out.
That's amazing. Well done, man. Well done. All right, so that's right is what people say to you in response because they believe that what you just said is the complete truth and they are all in. So are you again sharing a moment when you had a that's right moment in your business so our viewers can get an idea of how it works in real life?
A that's right moment for me is really easy, and I will always identify one particular moment. I'm reminded of a quote at an old bishop in Mississippi who used to say, if you ever see a turtle sitting on top of a fence post, then one thing will always be true. He didn't get there by himself. Somebody had to pick him up and place him there. And I've been very grateful and I feel thankful that I've had a really strong team, family, mentors, business partners who have really helped me. And it took a village to pick me up and place me on that fence post. And Alexander Shannara is a mentor of mine. And at my law school graduation, afterwards, we were just talking and he told me, he said, Shaun, you're going to struggle with the bar exam. And I just thought, that's not really good to say to me when I'm going to cut out and study for this thing. And I knew it was difficult, but he said, look, you can't ask the test how their mama's doing. You have to train your brain in a different way. And he was right, because I'd skated through life being able to talk my way into anything, talk my way out of anything. And I couldn't trick the test. And so I did have to train my brain in a different way. And he challenged me that day. He asked me what I was doing in terms of being intentional. And I was confused and I was like, what do you mean by that? And he said, well, what are you reading? What are you studying? Because you can have natural gifts, and I had those, but I wasn't studying the craft. I wasn't practicing the craft. And so he challenged me. He gave me some books to read, some books on negotiation, some books on strategies and how to talk to people. And I started reading those and I started implementing those into conversations. And almost immediately I saw things change. I saw cases be settled for better values. I saw cases get resolved better and have better results. And so over the years, I've just really implemented those. And I credit Alex with doing that for me, because at that time, I really didn't have anyone that was challenging me in that way. And from that challenge, that was that's right moment for me. I was like, he's correct. And over the last 7-8 years, that's proven to be true. He was absolutely right.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so if someone would like to learn more about you and how they can work with you, what's the best way for them to get in touch?
The best way to get in touch with me is through the website, cappsinjurylaw.com. The phone number is 205-955-5555. Pretty simple there. That's the easiest way to get in contact with me. There's a free form on the website that people can fill out and submit. That's pretty self-explanatory and really easy to navigate.
All right, good stuff, Shaun. Thanks for being here today. Thank you very much. It was amazing.
Yes, sir. You too.